everyone, welcome to join 汉字里的中国故事, the Hidden Codes in Chinese Characters series. I am Wang Lan from Zhejiang Chinese Medical University. In this lesson, we are going to learn characters with component 免 and 学. At the beginning of the class, I have some questions to ask you. Do you know these two components? How many Chinese characters with these components can you figure out? Well done. Have you found any connections among the characters with these two components? We can see these characters have the same components, 免 and 学. After learning this lesson, I believe you will know more about these characters and some hidden tales among them. Okay, let's get started. First, let's take a look at the character 免. The figure shows the evolution of the character. From these writings, we find their shapes are very similar. They all look like the profile of a house. So 免 means house. Today, the character no longer be written separately, but can only be used as a component to construct new characters. Let's see some examples. 家 is an associative compound and pictophonetic character. The part inside indicates the pronunciation and the meaning. This is the oracle bone script of 家. The figure looks like there is an animal in the house. We can see better in the picture. A pig in a room. Why there is a pig in a room? That's because in ancient China, after the nobles died, the temples were usually built for the sacrifice. But the civilians, they don't have temples, they cannot afford that. So they usually set up the pigs under the corridor to worship. That's home. Then 家 was extended to mean residence and other meanings. We can use 家 to make up the words like 家庭, family, 回家, go back home. 家长, the head of the family, that refers to the parent or guardian of a child. The character 是 is also an associative compound and pictophonetic character. Its oracle bone script describes as a picture. It's like a person who is lying down on the ground in the house. Looks like he is sleeping or having a rest. So the place where the people can take a rest is an indoor place. So the original meaning of 是 is indoor, like 室内. Nowadays, 是 refers to the house or room more often, such as 卧室 bedroom, 教室 classroom, 办公室 office. An is an associative compound. The component 免 indicates the meaning house. The below part is the component 女, which means woman. Under the oracle bone script, we can see in a room there is a woman sitting quietly and peacefully with her hands in front of her chest. The ancient people were used to kneeling on the ground. Therefore, the original meaning of the character an was stability, comfort, and safety, such as 安稳 stable, 安全 safe, or safety. Nowadays, an could also mean quiet. For example, 图书馆里大家都在安静地看书. Everyone is reading quietly in the library. So a woman sit in the house, that means quiet or peaceful. What if a fire in the house? Let's look at the character 在. Component 免 indicates house, and the component 火 indicates fire. From its oracle bone script, we can imagine a picture like this. The house is on fire. That's a disaster. And it is 火 灾, fire disaster. The character 灾 was used to only mean fire disaster before, but afterwards it was extended to mean different kinds of disasters, like 灾害, disaster, 水灾, flood. And it could also mean personal misfortune now. For example, 幸灾乐祸, take pleasure in others' misfortune. And this is the character 学, only a little bit different from the component 绵. The figure shows the evolution of its writing. Can you guess the meaning from its writing? It's a cave. So we can use 学 to make up words like 洞穴, cave. With low levels of productivity, natural caves are obviously the most livable home in the first place. So 学 is the earliest house. The character can also be used as a component to construct new characters. Let's see some examples. truang is an associative compound. The component 学 indicate cave, and the component 葱 indicates the chimney. Chimney is kind of a ventilation device of the house. So truang is another very common ventilation device of the house. What's it? It's a window. So truang refers to window, such as 窗户, 窗口, 窗帘, curtain. The associative compound 突, which consists of the component 学 and the component 犬. 犬 means dog. So under the oracle bone script, this is a cave and this is a dog. We can imagine a picture. So a dog is rushing out of the cave. That's the original meaning of 突. So it can mean protrude, like 突出, 突破, break through. Afterwards, it was extended to mean suddenly. That's maybe because a dog rushed out of the cave. That occurs all of a sudden. For example, 我正要离开时，天突然下起雨来. I was about to leave when it suddenly began to rain. The character 川 consists of the component 学 and the component 牙, which means tooth. And this is the seal script of 川. What does it mean with the combination of the cave and the tooth? So in this picture, we can see a mouse is burning a cave. So the original meaning of 川 is making holes with teeth. Then afterwards, it was extended to mean penetrate, like 穿透, or pass through, like 穿过. Today, we can use 穿 to mean put on the clothes. For example, 你今天穿得真漂亮. You are dressed beautifully today. Here, 穿 means 穿衣服, get dressed. The character 空 consists of the component 学 and the pronunciation part 公. And we just change the initial a bit, and we get the character 空. This is the bronze inscription of 空. And the picture shows us that the cave is found empty after excavation. So the original meaning of 空 is empty cave. We can make up words like 空洞, means no content or the hole inside the object. 空话, empty talk. And it was extended to mean unproductive or you do something in vain. For example, 今天真是空忙一场. It's a fruitless day. Okay, let's sum up. In this lesson, we have learned the component 棉, which means 生屋, house. And we have learned the characters with this component like 家, 室, 安, 在. Their meanings are all related to the house. The component 学 means 洞穴, cave. We have learned the characters with this component like 穴, truang, 突, truan, 空. And their meanings are all related to the cave or house. According to the above explanations, I believe you have already gained a better understanding and mastery of the characters with component 学 and 棉. I hope you find our lessons useful and intriguing. This is 汉字里的中国故事, hidden codes in Chinese characters, characters in Chinese culture. I do appreciate for your listening and see you in the next class. Bye bye.